Hi there. I don't know why I'm having this technical difficulty with my phone, but welcome. Welcome, welcome. I just need to try to get back on live for the Instagram. And it just doesn't seem to. I apologize. And I do the YouTube first because the YouTube I can edit, whereas the Instagram is less forgiving. Oops. So please bear with me for 1 second. Oh, dear me. Let's get out of this. Go to there. Go to there. It doesn't seem to be working. Well, just take a moment to come into your seat and allow yourself to breathe down into your seat. And I will try one last time. There it is. It's always the operator, it seems, and I am the operator, and it is me that is making the errors. It's not the technology. I was going into the wrong plus sign. So thank you for your patience. And it just still doesn't seem to be working. Well, this day just might be a little bit of a right off for this moment in time. Live, connecting. There we go. You are now live. Oops. And good morning. How was that entry? I dropped the phone. So much forgiveness for trying to get here. Oh my gosh. Now I think I really need to reground. Reconsider your commitments. You're allowed to change your mind. Well, I'm not going to change my mind for showing up. So if you can offer me some forgiveness and some patience with my inability to connect. Oh, gosh. Oh, morning chuckle. Thank you. I hope you can laugh with me. Oh, so how is reconsidering your commitments and knowing that you have the right to change your mind? Sometimes incense really helps too, to ground. I love, one of my favorites is sandalwood. It was a favorite of the guru of the Himalayan tradition, so I was around it quite a bit. And I find it a really, it's sandalwood. It's a tree. You think of that, that earthing element of the scent. And that's why I've stepped quite heavily into the essential oils. I've been studying with a great teacher in Seattle, Washington, by the name of Tiffany Carroll. And I'm right now, I'm in a 9-month program with her. So that's why I really encourage the monthly membership, is because that monthly connection really makes a difference in how I show up, or how you may show up in the monthly membership, or how you may not. And then to be curious, okay, so what do I need to get back in touch with that? But knowing that the work is always there. So this isn't about beating yourself up. This is about being gentle and creating awareness, because awareness is expanding your consciousness. And yes, so but back to the essential oils and the scents. I also curate perfumes, which I was drawn to because I really recognized my sensitivity to not only my energy field, but to the collective energy field. And I really felt that I needed to support my body in identifying and being able to separate from what my energy field was and what that of the collective was, and be able to hold the collective in support, and to support the collective energy field, but not to own it as mine. And I think that's really a great opportunity to take a look at. You have the right to change your mind, but you have the right to become more aware of what is, in fact, your responsibility full on, and what is not. You know, I've grown up, taking care of my mom. Was a single mom at a young age, and my brother had the greatest difficulties in the divorce. So I felt myself, as I was 4 years older than him, to take on the role to support him and take on the role to support my mom. And then I moved out at a very young age, and I still carried the weight of all this responsibility. And then my mom became ill at about 57, and I took on the role of caretaking, caregiving, both very different, with my mom until she passed just 3 years ago. And now my dad is 77, and then my brother's off in a different realm and doing his own thing. And I still, in my heart, hold him, that he can achieve the greatest success and find happiness, because that's really all we can wish. But sometimes we take it on too much. So take a look where you are taking on so much. Gosh, even after my mom passed, I was like, did she make it? I had to do all this research to see and check in and do all this energy work to ensure that she made it to her final destination. It sounds crazy, but it's all a process. It is all a journey. So be gentle with yourself, just as my journey going on this morning. Oh, let's ground, and let's ground, center, and align. Feeling your seat, your sit bones, your buttocks, and your piece of furniture or the floor. Opening that mouth and taking that exhale with an open mouth and sound is such a nervous system stabilizer. So allow yourself to do that if you are sensing that any time of the day. I was a bank manager at 26, one of the youngest female bank managers in Canada. And I did sigh. I would walk through the bank, and I didn't even realize I would let out this big sigh as I was walking through to the back, maybe to the lunchroom or something. And they always say, how come you sigh so much? And I really didn't recognize why, but I certainly learned through my studies and experience that the sigh, that exhale with sound, is in fact stabilizing your nervous system. So let's turn on our imagination and turn on our sensory organs as we take our journey down to the center core of the earth. How are you doing with that? How are you doing with that? Imagining that. Where are you getting, if you are at all, what seems to be difficult? I'd love to hear from you and offer you some support. And if you're having difficulty there, then chances are someone else is. So I would share it tomorrow. If you sent me something, I would be happy to take a look at it and share it over the next couple of days. So that etheric line, it's like that cell phone line. You can't see it, but you're still making a connection. You don't know how it happens. You just trust the process. You don't need to know all the behind the scenes of how it happens. Just trust your intention. Or you can, in the shaman world where I've loved to study and love to do some work, is imagine the tree roots and become the tree, even that core of that root. Send that down. Allow it to pierce through the earth's crust. It's a little bit, it is quite thick, and down into the rock and into the slate and the sand, down into the molten, that warm liquid. And see if you go faster. Can you just right down? to that central core of the earth, that bright, shiny object, that powerhouse of frequency and energy. And allow your tree roots or your etheric feet to wrap around there. I don't know if you ever remember Gumby. Pardon me, I had this Gumby and you could pull it as a child and it would go in all these different directions, and just Gumby it down and allow it to wrap around the center core of the earth. And allow that energy permission to receive as you call up that frequency. It's often seen as red. Call that up, that line that you went down in, and allow it to come on up into both your feet. Feel it as it comes into your feet, your full foots, and allow up to your ankles and your calves and your knees. Into your thighs, your pelvis. Allow it to bathe over those beautiful big hip joints. Now to bring your breath down to your abdomen and then meet that energy. And with your inhale, you can inhale it up into and wash through all the lower abdomen. Up into your heart area, your lungs, expand them and allow it to wash over your shoulders, and allow on the exhale just to down your arms, your upper arms and your lower arms, your wrists and your hands to your fingertips. Now on the next inhale, you may want to bring it up into the gateway of your throat. Bathe your throat and up over your face, over the top of your head, and allow it to bathe down. You can bring out the Sahasrara, and on the exhale, allow it to cascade and bathe down the outside of your body, touching the first layer and second layer of your biofield. That beautiful energy signature that you walk with at all times. And sense this energy, sense this density in your body. With that density, do you feel that security? Do you feel more safe? Do you feel more grounded? Sense into your nervous system. What are you noticing with your nervous system? Sometimes it can be staticky or frenetic or prickly even sometimes. Check on the emotional body. Do you feel more stable? Check in with the mental body. What do you feel in the mind? Check in with your heart area. Your voice. I often find that my voice is lower. Sometimes when I have that high-pitched voice, I'm like, what? Who is that? I liken it to maybe perhaps my childhood. Check in with your clarity and your intuition. Now center, just teeter-totter back and forth. Come to that still point as we take that line from the center core of the earth through the perineum, follow your spine, your central channel. We're going to take this fine line, this superhighway, to God, creator, source, energy, so divine consciousness, higher self, guru, sage, archangels, angels, spirit guides. You call it that place of many names that love you unconditionally, always with a boundary. Take that fine line, that superhighway up through the solar system into the Milky Way, past the Milky Way, into the cosmos. Feel that alignment. Keep that alignment. It's often the 8th and 9th chakra, they sort of call the ID point. I liken it to the antenna. And the intention to receive, permission to heal, as we call in this divine creator source energy, often seen as gold and white light. Invite this in. Permission to receive, permission to heal. As you draw it in, feel that illuminance and that effervescence sort of come into the head, touching every cell and every space between each cell. Allow it to come over the eyes, and see if with your eyes closed even that you feel this, sense this illuminance into your face, into the back of your head, and now into your throat. Allow it to come over your shoulders and allow them to roll back gently as you allow them to fall 3 inches or so. Breathe it into your chest and your lungs. And at the same time, allow it to cascade down your arms, your lower arms, into your wrists and your hands, to your fingertips, so you can touch everything today you touch. Will hold that love. Feel it into your lower abdomen as you breathe it down into your lower abdomen. And then wash it over the pelvic area and the hips. Breathe it in again. If you want to breathe in using your breath, breathe it in again into the lungs and the chest region. And then on the exhale, allow it to cascade down into your thighs and your knees and your calves, your ankles and your feet. And feel, get a sense of what you feel with this divine creator source energy. This knowingness, this great place to ask a question. This is a great time to ask a question and then take it into meditation and just surrender it to the meditation. So when you look at grounding and centering and aligning, see how you can create something that allows you to create a system. So if you're using your breath, you're breathing the breath up from the earth central core, you're breathing up into your legs, you're breathing up into your torso and chest region, you're breathing it up into the head and out down the body. The centering is the same thing, 1 or 2 breaths. And then when we align, we're aligning again, 1 or 2 breaths. And then we bring it into the body, 1, 2, 3 breaths. So really and truly, when you look at it, you're, maybe at 16 breaths. So it doesn't have to be that long. Just do it with intention and know that you're achieving what you intended to do. Now get prepared for meditation. Create a resolve. What's your resolve when you're going into your meditation? What's your why? It's like I said, your why brings you back. Really important. My resolve is to find peace within the peace, to become more aware, greater awareness, asking my other forms of intelligence to assist me in my movement forward. Some call it ascension, in my higher ascension, my higher expansion of myself. Guide me in thy will. Show me the way, pain-free, please. Yes, pain is optional. Know that pain is optional. Might go out and get a blanket. Wrap yourself in a blanket. I like it because it keeps me warm, and I also think that it's a good cue for my body to know that I'm going into meditation. I've got my Lemurian seed here that I'll hold within my lap. My dear friend, I have you as my dear friends. sending you all love today. Thank you again for your patience. I'm going to giggle with that all day. I promise to do better. Maybe that is my best. No, it's not. Alrighty. I am going to work with the selenite today. I used it once before, and it's really a beautiful piece. It has so many fabulous properties, and it's not expensive. So if you're looking for a crystal to add to your collection, selenite is a good one to have. And I just wanted to say that I really love this book. If you're ever interested in books on crystals and stones, the Book of Stones, Who They Are and What They Teach. It's kind of like us. We're like the stone. Who am I and what am I here to teach? Why am I here? Who am I and why am I here? And that's a great opportunity to figure that out in our monthly membership as well. blissbee.me monthly membership. It's available in the bio on Instagram and in the description on YouTube. So thank you for being here. And thank you for hopefully joining us. We'd love to have you. Okay, so I've got my auralite on my head. I've got my mala. I'm going to use my selenite and my danburite. They're both kind of big. They're both almost they're a little bit. One's a bit smaller. So I'm going to put the smaller one, the danburite. I've never held the danburite in my palm. I'm going to use the selenite as the conductor. So I take my index finger into the crux of my, into the crux of my thumb. Where did my rock go? There it is. And then I'm going to put the danburite and I'm going to use the selenite as the conductor. And you don't have to do anything. This is a beautiful mudra, the left hand underneath, right hand on top. Connect the thumbs, bring it into your abdomen. Allow yourself to breathe down to the abdomen. All right. A beautiful, I have tears in my eyes from laughing so hard. A beautiful mantra is Soham. It carries with it a really strong frequency of thousands of years gone by. It means I am that. You use it to inhale on the so, exhale on the hum. Inhale on the so, exhale on the hum. And see if you can find a place to sit on the inside of the body, behind the third eye, sort of in the middle of the head, the skull. I liken it to just opening the curtains, the veil, stepping back inside and closing the curtains so as to not to engage with my mind. The thoughts are inevitable. They're not going to stop. That's just how we're built. We don't need to engage with them. We are not our thoughts. If something is really pressing and bothering you and the thought keeps coming back, take the time just to write it down in your journal. Or take the time now to write whatever thoughts are, just a couple words that will allow you to address those at the end of your meditation. If needed, you might see that that's not even needed anymore. Bring your breath down into your lower abdomen. Check your posture to make sure you're not leaning too forward. It's the body preparing to do the tasks at the end of the meditation. It's like, okay, let's get this over with. This is an honoring part of your day, honoring you. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. We'll draw a card for inspiration and journal inspiration and awareness for our day at the end of our meditation. We'll do 5 rounds with the mala. I'll let you know when we get through one each time. And let's begin now. The objective is one smooth breath, no pause in between the inhale and the exhale, just complete breath. No jerks and no noise. When a thought comes in, you can just put it in the cloud. If you need it, it'll be there. Or put it in a bubble and allow it to float up into the ethers. If you've got a lot of thoughts coming in, that's one. Just start putting them on the train. Let the train go past. Just load them on the train. And observe the train. That's 2. Thank you, Guru, thank you. Curl your lips up a little bit. That's 3. Thank you, Guru. Thank you. See if you can engage your breath for it deeper into the lower abdomen, a little deeper. Exhale a little longer. You might want to check on your posture, see if you're leaning forward again. So allow yourself to come back to the still point. Engage with your breath and the mantra, Soham. If your body is getting restless, recognize and see if there's any tension. Breathe to that tension. Bathe that area with your breath. That's 4. And that's 5. For the last one, I invite you to join me in the mantra Bliss Be Me. It's an opportunity to try 3 syllables. Just allow that to flow in the back of your mind, or you can stick with the Soham. So the 3 syllables would just be bliss be me, 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 bliss be me. And just allow it to be a flow state, a stream behind the veil. And sense the frequency. I often see a kaleidoscope of colors. Let's connect with the frequency of bliss, joy. Here, you're still keeping your engagement with your breath in the lower abdomen, to the nostrils, to the lower abdomen. And that completes our meditation for this session. You're welcome to stay in meditation. I'm going to go and pick a card now. You're welcome to keep your eyes closed and to stay in your breath and where you are, if that feels right for you. And rub your hands together if you're coming out and create that friction and that warmth. Gently cup your eyes. Allow your eyes to open into your hands. Remove your eyes, remove your hands from your eyes. Hi. How was that? Today I'm using a deck called Return to Spirit. It's by Cheryl Lee Harnish. We used one of her decks not too long ago. She has also the Divine Guidance. That's the one we used last time, or 2 times ago, I guess. Once again, it says beautiful. Oh yes, there's my one that's on top. My last time I used this deck, my card was love. The beautiful fractals that are in there. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. One of her decks you can't get anymore, the fractal decks. I'm not sure which one it is. There's a card already. Integrity. It's beautiful. It looks like 2 eyes. The face almost reminds me of an owl. The integrity of an owl. I love looking at the spirit animals too on that side of. So this is quite a longer reading. So I'll just shorten it up. This card comes to you today because your own sense of integrity is strong. Do not doubt yourself or allow someone else to shake you with accusations, should that be the case. Your integrity demands that you do what feels right. This is because your integrity is directly connected to your spiritual sense of direction, much like a compass. It helps you align with the divine plan and take right action. One of Spirit's ways of guiding us through our integrity. It is important for you to remember that whatever action you have taken, was with the best intention, regardless of the outcome. At the end of the day, it's between you and higher creator source God energy and no one else. Your heart is good. Do not allow the outside influence to leave you questioning. Often the integrity card comes to those who are here to do important work on Spirit's behalf. Thank you for being here. These people are strongly guided by their integrity. You are one of them. And sometimes your strengths and gifts are tested so that you can discover for yourself just how strong they are within you. I hope that resonates for you today. Take a look at where your integrity is and let it shine. Let your integrity shine. It's an important piece of our human being, our light. And hopefully, if we can live in a greater amount of integrity, so too can the world around us. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for your patience again when I was setting up this morning. Insert a magic chuckle and just know, sometimes It happens. I love you. Make it a great day. Hope to see you tomorrow. Enjoy your journaling. That's what I'm going to do next with my card integrity and what came up for me today. Much love. Bye for now.